The GameStop short squeeze explained. Okay guys, in this video we're going to talk about GameStop stock. So this stock is absolutely on a crazy tear. So as of I'm posting this video right now, the stock is currently at $208, guys. So we have to talk about this stock. This stock is up a ridiculous 5,000% over the last 6 months. But before we get in and talk more about the short squeeze, be sure to get your free stocks over at Webull, guys. Webull is an awesome alternative to Robinhood, guys. If all you have to do is sign up under the link in the description below and open a brokerage account and deposit at least $100, you can get up to 4 free stocks. So guys, all you have to do is simply click the link in the description below, get your free stocks, guys. Really awesome. So let's talk more about GameStop, guys. So like I said, right now stock is going even higher as I'm posting this video, and I've never seen anything like this. So we're going to talk a lot about GameStop right now and see where this stock could even go. Could it even go much higher, guys? So to give you guys a quick recap on what's been going on with GameStop, let's simply go over and take a look at this article. So this article was posted on CNBC, and it says GameStop jumps another 90% above 140, but short sellers aren't backing down. So what's been going on with this stock is that there's a forum out there called Reddit Wall Street Bets, and what this forum is like it has over 2 million people in it now, and it's basically lots of just swing traders and day traders and stuff like that. Their whole goal is to basically collude together and push stocks up and make profits off of them. So the reason why they chose GameStop is simply GameStop had a ridiculously high short interest on the stock. So to talk a little bit about the short, is simply head over to Yahoo Finance. Wow, it's at $230 now. Wow. So like I said, not to digress, as we can see here, this stock had a ridiculously high short interest. So as you can see here, just a few weeks ago, the number of shares short was even more than the shares outstanding. So short sellers, they're just basically people that think a stock is going to go down. So they simply borrow shares and then they profit when the stock price dips. But what a short squeeze is simply what happens is that, wow, 242. What a short squeeze is simply what happens is when the stock price goes the opposite direction. So when these shorts think the stock's going to go down, but the stock is actually going up, they are forced to buy back the stock and basically, to limit their losses, because the position is going the opposite way. So on this channel, we usually talk about going long on stocks, and that's simply because I don't like talking about stocks that I think are going to go down in price. I think that's the opposite of this goal of this channel. We're looking for stocks that are going to compound annually and that are going to, put more money in our brokerage accounts. We're not looking for stocks that are going to crash. But the interesting thing is I'm really kind of wondering why the short interest was so high on this in the beginning, because GameStop had a pretty nice quarter. So if we take a look here at their 2020 holiday sales for Q4, as you can see here, it says that their e-commerce sales, their online sales were up 309%, and they did over $1.35 billion in sales during the holiday period. So they actually had an increase of 5% increase in comparable store sales and a 309% increase in e-commerce sales. So obviously total sales had declined, but I think the launch of the PS5 and the new Xbox console and things like that, and just of kind of new lockdown orders and people just just social distancing is kind of a norm now. I just don't think things are ever going to return back to the way they are, even post-vaccine. GameStop was in a nice position to grow. And also, e-gaming, esports, this is like supposedly going to be even bigger than real life live sports. So you're going to see more and more people buying consoles, buying headsets and stuff like that. So this was probably a bad stock to just short in general. So as we can see here, even Elon Musk tweeted about GameStop. And like I said, guys, recently I've seen a new effect. I guess you would call this the Musk touch. So if you guys are familiar with the Midas touch, basically it was a story where everything this King Midas would touch turned to gold, and it's gold. And it seems like Elon Musk is the same way. So he tweeted about Etsy earlier today, and that stock went through the roof. He tweeted earlier about using Signal as a nice alternative to WhatsApp, and there was this random OTC stock called under the name Signal, and that stock went through the roof. So GameStop is definitely probably the most talked about and just the most interesting stock probably I've ever seen in my entire, decades of just, following the stock market and investing and things like that. So now we're going to talk a little bit more about what basically is going to happen when it comes to a GameStop in the future. Well, with these short squeezes, usually what ends up happening is that obviously as long as the volume is strong on this stock, you're probably going to continue to see gains. But, it's definitely a very, very delicate situation because if we take a look at the volume has actually been tapering off. So, this is a position I really just didn't get into. I've just been watching this one from the sidelines. Like I said, I really like, obviously, if you're looking for short-term opportunities, you're looking to make money on fast-growing stocks. But, this really isn't, my investing strategy. My investing strategy is simply to buy companies that I think are leading futuristic trends and that are going to compound annually. Even though GameStop had a nice 2020 holiday sales quarter, I really don't think that they're well positioned to kind of benefit from the change in how people are basically consuming games and stuff like that. There's a lot of competition out here, but it is really nice to see that 300% e-commerce sales growth. So it looks like GameStop is starting to figure it out that they're not going to make probably the most money with their brick and mortar stores. They're going to do most of their sales online because digitization, basically e-commerce and things like that, that is the future. And, we were already going to be going towards an e-commerce trend, but now with the whole pandemic and things like that, this e-commerce boom has been absolutely accelerated. So even though the volume is slowly tapering off, I expect this stock to trade pretty crazy for the rest of the week. Who knows what will happen next week? But like I said, the people that have been making a lot of money off of GameStop, if we take a look here at the 5-day chart, they simply just been buying dips. So, when it ran up, yes, it ran up on the 25th, and then you could have bought it in the dip, and then obviously it's running up in after hours trade. So I would say, obviously, with this, you want to definitely, buy dips and sell rips. So that would mean buy on weakness and sell into strength if you're going to trade this. I just thought that this was a really interesting video. So now what I want to wrap this video up is I think there's going to be some more opportunities out here. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be posting some videos with some other stocks that have a ridiculously high short interest, but that also have kind of, the ability to kind of do well this year, just like GameStop, where they turned around their e-commerce sales and it looks like the business is slowly starting to turn around. They're starting to get it right. We have a lot of other stocks to talk about with high short interests. So I'm going to be posting some more videos, but I kind of wanted to just explain exactly what's going on with GameStop and how that short squeeze works. So basically, to recap everything that I mentioned in this video, GameStop was a highly shorted stock, and the people over at so to recap everything, GameStop was a highly shorted stock, and the people over at Wall Street Bets on Reddit, now 2.4 million members, basically they are colluding together and pushing stocks up. So this is basically, a fight against the short sellers and a lot of institutional and hedge fund investors that, short stocks to make money. And, it's just the change of the times, guys. Social media is basically allowing traders, with the whole pandemic, so many people have kind of, instead of, meeting in public, they've met in places online. And I think we're going to see more of this throughout the year. So basically a short squeeze, short sellers had to rebuy the stock, where the Reddit Wall Street Bet users and Robinhood users, Webull users, things like that were pushing this stock much higher. And there's going to be more opportunities. So I think GameStop is just the first. We have a lot of months left in the year. So there's going to be more opportunities for these short squeeze stocks. So be sure to subscribe to my channel. I'm going to be posting more of them, including some that I think have the potential. I've got another that I've been researching and I bought into. So I'm going to post that video for you guys soon. So be sure to subscribe to check out that video. I'll be mentioning one stock with a ridiculously high short interest and a ridiculously low short shares outstanding account that I think can run much higher. So that's it until now, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please smash the like button if you enjoy my content. And like I said, subscribe to my channel to receive more future videos. And be sure to check out my private Discord chat, and also subscribe to my Stock Watch newsletter. I posted about GameStop stock earlier today. So if you guys subscribe to my email newsletter in the description below, you guys will get updates right before the market opens on what stocks I'm watching for the day. So that's it until next time, guys. Take care.